Hello, devil-slaying tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play Shining Force 2 with the Tactics Plus Romhack, and me, Blueankylo. Last episode, we saved Machula Shrine, and, kind of enjoying some of our overpowered units. Kind of counterbalanced with some overpowered enemy units, but, yeah, we're getting lots of new units, and I'm trying to give them a fair shake and show them off, but I also dislike, re-equipping everyone every single battle. Takes a lot of extra time, and I don't really have the money to equip everybody, so, anyway, meanwhile, the devils, we gotta slay some of them. This is Gestapoed, and, he comes up with a clever trap, and then Camilla betrays him, and they kind of argue. I don't really understand it. This is all just a kid's story. No one really understands it. But, we are at our next ambush, so... There's no cut. Like last ambush, we could kind of group up a little bit, have two groups kind of head together, and it was only three groups of four instead of four groups of three. This fight, I don't know. This is why everyone needs to be independently strong, and anyone with low defense just dies instantly. So, my first playthrough, I wasn't quite aware of some of these ambushes. I didn't know they were coming, and I didn't build my party to focus on high defense or at least lots of damage. I just used a lot of my standard units that didn't hold up as well. So I really think that anyone with kind of low HP / defense here is pretty much just useless, because they're very likely to just die before you even get to use them. Anyway, we're dealing with a new enemy, a Necromancer, who didn't cast Freeze 3, which would have done, I believe, 50 to 60 damage. We would have all survived it, but these three would have been nearly killed instantly before we got a turn. Because of his 90 agility, he will almost always go first. So there's that. Other key points, obviously very strong punches, pretty good, incredibly strong spear attacks, potential to bolt 3 people, not as bad. But, Celeste, this group, of the 4, this group has the least survivability. The defenses are not good. The offense is great on, like, Celeste, but there's not really much healing other than her life ring, which, again, it's better than it used to be. And the Angelic Sword is healing. This group's not great, but if we can keep Elric alive in the corner, he'll kill him, probably. And then this group is fine. Like, no one's gonna ever kill Sarah. She's invincible. Anyway, that's my take on the group. So let's get to work here. Mr. Necromancer is going to get healed by the monk. So I would really like to kill him before he can start freezing us. So bam, 111 damage. Great start. Now, I don't think we want to rush over here. Let's go a little bit slow if we can. Should also show off some animations. Bam, not a kill. But we can probably move Kazan back. I would say Freeze 1 might be enough, but it's an ice mage, so he probably resists it. So then hopefully Freeze 2 is strong enough. And I just want to conserve his MP a little bit because we don't have a way to recover it on this corner. Anyway, very nice kill. That Necromancer didn't have a chance. No new spells. Alright, we've got Sumina or Sumina. I wonder how you pronounce Sumina. Kind of sounds nice. We don't have any boosting or anything. We just have healing and MP recovery. We don't have, like, full heals yet either. So she can't do too much to really help anyone from long range or pre-buffs. But then we've got Red, who, we've been talking about Red almost every time, right? He did a little bit of damage. There's not really anywhere to hide on this top right corner. We gotta just try to kill these guys before they kill us, I think. So that's a nice start. So the good thing about Red / Kiwi, he does have pretty good defense against physical, so as long as Elric can kill them, he's fine. That lizard didn't even move. Weird. This isn't very safe for Celeste, but she can probably kill him. Yeah. And she gets another spell almost every single level up. Like, not literally every level up, but of her 15 level ups, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, at least 11 of them, I think she started with Blaze 1, but 11 or 12 out of 15 have been a new spell tier. It's pretty good. We could try to fly Timari up, but I think by the time she gets there, the fight is over, and, you know, the south side needs her help a little bit too. Ooh, Monk going the other direction. Nice little crit there. If I can deal some damage here so it doesn't attack, that would be cool. But have you heard of D-Soul? Ah, maybe monks are good against D-Soul. You know, maybe they resist insta-death. Wouldn't be too weird, I suppose. Kazan is silenced. That's kind of annoying. What do we want to do? We actually we don't need the full aura yet. If I Deo this turn, I can still full aura next turn if I need to. Bam, get out of here. Waste of XP. Kill Stealer. Alright, let's try not to get hit by the Harpy at the same time. I really wish I had a way to boost my defense here on Slade a bit. But I could have rushed over and tried to muddle or sleep him, but let's just sit on the defensive terrain. It's weird, but... Oh, nice. Nice little volley there. Yeah, the puddles are 30 defense for some reason. Alright, this is looking okay. Alright, so Warlock time. It's Warlock o'clock. We're gonna raise, I think that's the way to do this. Burn him down. 86 damage, yep. Ouch. Yeah, and put to sleep. That sucks. See, Luke, you were supposed to kill the Master Monk, not get half killed and put to sleep. This guy is stunned. We could have Geralt try to run over and help. I just don't think... Like, we're so split up, it's over by the time we get there, right? Kazan has been silenced. But that doesn't stop him from using some rods. May... Ooh, we could boost, but... Or we could healing drop, but... I think, really, the best goal here is to get some damage on one of these guys so that the monk heals. And that was a lot of damage, so that was worth it, I think. Alright, archers are cleaning up pretty well. Celeste... So this is a tricky one, because we could kill the queen, but then the monk won't have any damage and could... 105, like, pretty likely kill Luke. If I did a big spell instead, maybe try to get the monk to hit Celeste, if... And... I don't know what's going to do the most damage. We don't really... Well, no, the more damage, the better for self-healing. So... I actually don't know. Maybe Blaze 3 is the strongest. Blaze is kind of the main damage-dealing element, so... Nice. Timari is doing a really good, spear volley here. Okay, we got him to heal himself. Waste a level 4 heal. Alright, looking good. So there's a Harpy over there, but this was always the plan to just make sure anyone... Like, there's really only one person that's injured significantly. But we can AoE heal the entire party from the corner here, so, that's what we'll do. Meanwhile, Slade versus Harpy Queen, go. Blue versus Harpy Queen, go. I think they'll be okay. Harpy Queens are pretty tough. Oh, the sleep effect, that sucks. Yeah, get out of here. Dang it, I thought he was already done being silenced. I thought I saw it wear off last turn, but I was wrong. Let's punch. Fire punch. 142 damage. Huh. That might be a new record for me. That must be a weakness to fire. I don't think I've ever seen a spell do that much damage. Like, I've seen a little over 100 before, or 120 maybe. 140? That might be a bit much, you know? It's great. It's lots of fun. It's all good. So there's a harpy down there. I think we've got this one in the bag. I mean, Sarah did use her big spells already, but that's fine. We could just heal Blue, or we could boost him to have more defense. Let's just heal him. Slade having a nap. Ooh, yeah. So that would have been... I didn't know they had that, but that'll be a defense-piercing breath attack. You know, Kazin... I think we're going to let Blue get the kill, because you're already kind of over level here. There's no way the Harpy ever defeats Blue, right? So... there is a Master Monk in the middle somewhere, so we gotta go kill that guy too. Alright, Dragon. Yep. I wanted to boost him anyway. There you go. Be boosted and be healed. Alright, we only got 15 XP for that, so at level 15, the Harpy Queens are kind of worthless, or mostly worthless. So it means if Kazin had killed it, he would have got 1 XP. So, yeah. We didn't miss much. Alright, where's that monk? You got nowhere to run. You're surrounded. This is the police. And we got heals to burn. I gotta remember, I'm starting to get more and more, what do I call them? Like on-use items, magic items that don't, I think, ever break. So, I should be using them, is I guess the thing. 60 damage, very nice. Although it is kind of stolen XP, but even the Angelic Sword, right? Like, this is a way for someone to get 10 XP per turn if I feel like doing it. It doesn't really cost anything other than a little bit of time. Alright, Sumina is also pretty high level. I'll try to let people who are a little bit lower level get the kills as is appropriate. It's not the kind of thing I'm going to waste a lot of time on, but if we have people... You know, like, I would like to give it to Red, because he's level 13, right? But, he's too far away, so, you know, Tamar is level 14. Oh, right. I should have attacked first so that... weaken them up a little bit. Because what I don't want to do is just sit here and farm them while they heal. That's... that's a level that's too much, you know. We can't do that. I've definitely done that before in both Shining Force and Fire Emblems, where you just... Ooh, raise level 3? I don't even remember it going that high. I thought level 2 was the cap on that. Neat. Definitely some Fire Emblems and stuff I have done the amazing strategy of letting the boss regenerate a little bit every turn and using it to heal up or to gain XP, you know, grind. Once again, maybe not my finest hour. Let's just burn him down a bit, yeah. I still think Tamari can get the kill, though, if you can kill it. There you go. Level 14, 46 XP, beautiful. Okay, well that fight, honestly, that went really well. I thought for sure at least one of the corners was going to actually have a full wipe. But, so far so good. Still not, I mean, I'm having a really hard time with the value of the dragon. I keep forgetting to switch the attack power up accessory up because I just don't like changing it mid-fight. But I really got to try to remember, see if that makes enough of a difference. But you know, his offense is mostly trash. His defense is, I mean, probably one level up and it'll be over 100. I mean, that's got to count for something. But I mean, I'm just trying to get some value out of my fruit. All right, we'll get probably one more fight, maybe two more if we go quick. We got Cerberus, which should have a flame breath piercing attack, probably. Devil soldiers, this handsome knights, other regular Pegasus knights that are about the same as the I don't know if there's any left, but the knights, the dark knights we fought before. They just fly, so they ignore terrain. But otherwise, 7 movement, 2 range, 120 plus attack, pretty same. More monks. No enemy dragons? I thought this is where there was usually an enemy blue dragon, but maybe they don't exist. They were extinct. So more necromancers, mostly the same except Pegasus and Cerberus. I also remember, I think at the beginning of this fight, the Cerberus just wandering down and killing Chester. I was still using Chester on my first run at this point. At least I learned my lesson for the Let's Play. Yeah, so the enemies are very aggro, probably by design, but the enemies they charge towards us a lot more, I believe, a lot more aggressively than in the vanilla game. Like I could be off, but it feels like they just rush towards you a lot more than normal. But you know, maybe I'm wrong. All right, well let's raise 3. I don't even know how much this could do. 121 damage. One shot's a Devil Soldier. And they're worth a lot of XP. That's technically almost a waste because you're getting 49 XP for killing them, but you also did all that damage that could have been XP on top of the kill. Ah, well. Let's... Probably she's just going to get hit by a Flame Breath, but I'll give her some defense. Do I have anyone... Yeah, May can cast the boost spell normally. So if I wanted to... This isn't... Like, she doesn't have a ton of MP, but she's getting to the point, and I can always recharge it now. I keep forgetting. I should be a bit more flexible with casting those sorts of spells now at the beginning of the fight, because it's generally not too hard for Celeste, say, on her first turn, to just recover some MP, because what else is she going to do, you know? Yeah, I mean, I was just saying, other than healing, what else would we do here? And it's just 5 MP, it doesn't really matter, but... Okay, Cerberus is coming. Another Cerberus over here we can maybe kill. Good damage one way or the other. Luke, boosted, has good defense. Gerhalt. Critical hit, very good. You should have like a higher crit chance against a sleeping enemy, right? Wouldn't that be smart? Did we not take any damage? Surely someone got smacked. Really? Look at that. Did we, like, dodge or something? Huh. Okay, well, that's fine. Wait, who's... Just got mixed up on who's been boosted already or not. Alright, Gerhalt. Sabrina, we'll just call Sumina Sabrina, because I can remember that better. She did use a little bit of MP. She is boosted recently, so I'm not too worried about using her to lure some attacks. Red could possibly just die to 1 Flame Breath, but whatever. If he dies, then we definitely get rid of him on the next fight. Alright, Celeste's defense is still not amazing. And I do remember specifically calling out that Pegasus Knights do a lot of damage. So let's put her in the defensive terrain and 82 damage crit, boy. And another spell upgrade. Blaze 3, Blast 4, Bolt 3, Freeze 3. She's gonna have them all by like level 21 or something like that. Okay, let's not send Slade to his death up there. That was already a bad idea for our dragon. Nice kill on that Pegasus, though. Alright, Jarrow. Whiskey into Jarrow. That's actually good. Kind of glad that guy split up. Ooh, Flame Breath. So maybe the red dragon is resistant to fire? Because I think Kiwi was kind of weak to spells. So that's kind of neat. We might... I wouldn't be surprised if Ice does pretty good damage against a fire dog. Yeah, I mean, 65 damage. That's pretty good. Max XP without killing anything. I love it. Alright. We can't get Elric close enough. Blue. And Bolt is like short range now. Shorter starting range now. We'll do this. Got him anyway. Hey, getting a kill. Luke, I think, has like another turn of aura. We could also try testing out his neat sword. 32, so that's to full. So I don't know what the maximum heal on that is. It's at least 42 and could be a fair bit more. See if we can kill the Devil Soldier. Not quite. I think the enemies are going to start getting their turns again pretty soon. It would be very nice to kill at least one of these. We're going to just make sure everyone's at full health if we can. Alright, Warlock. We will just use some rays. It's... I think actually level 1 ray should kill him. It's, yeah, over 40 damage. Good spell. I actually really like that. That's one of my favorite... I think it's my favorite of the new spells. That was a bit dangerous. Good thing she was boosted. But we got it now. These guys are isolated. Yeah, these Pegasus Knights are dead. There's no way. They just had their turns. I'm just deciding that people that are level 18 don't deserve XP right now for kills. I've got units that are way lower level that need, even if they don't kill it, they need some damage XP. And if we don't share the XP out a bit, you know, the rich just get richer, kind of, you know. So we gotta get some kills for some of the lower leveled groups. You know, ideally Eric. No, it is Elric, yeah. Ideally, Eric, whatever, Archer didn't one-shot him because he got, like, you know, 40 XP for damage, and then we can finish him off with someone else and get another 50 XP. Maximize your gains. Although, you need, like, the dragon to kill something. I'm going to try to detox him. Let's just keep moving up. There's 2 enemies to the left, sort of. There we go. Now there's 1 enemy to the left. Okay, detox. That's fine. Maybe recover some MP here, if I remember. While we're in a bit of a lull, waiting for the Pegasus. I think I'm going to put Slade over here in the trees. Sure, Kazan needs his MP. Okay. Sure, try to use red to lure the Pegasus down. Blue... We'll see. Tamar can't make it that far. The Pegasus Knights don't have any magic, so I don't have to worry about the classic grouping weakness. Yeah, good job. Jahad doing some damage. We'll put Geralt in the woods. He should definitely get like a defense bonus or something in the woods, right? Home field advantage or something. Boost. Did May... Oh, I ran her over here. I was gonna say, shit, this is a good time for some defense up or something, but I kind of moved her too far away. Let's try to use the cleric to lure them over again. Her stats just keep going out of control. Oh no, Geralt! Oh boy, oh boy. It's a good thing they didn't double tap him, because I think he might have survived one more hit, but he might have been within range to just die. It's brutal. Anyway, you just gotta kill them before they get another turn. It's fine. Right, we don't have the usual long-range bolt, so that's not gonna work. Kazin also doesn't really have any big AoEs, so we can't hit them. You could, with, like, Bolt 3, normally hit all 3 of those, but, not today. What do we do? Probably just Atlas for massive damage. Yeah, pretty good. Ooh, double from Jaro. Okay, Sumina... Again, leveling is kind of leveling out of control. So we're going to test out that life ring a little bit. Celeste's level is more average. We could, I think enemy flyers might be weak to wind. It seems to be doing a little bit more than normal, maybe? The crit is nice. It's hard to say. I don't know. May can finish off this monk. Excellent. Battle of the Pegasus here. Just keep Tamara a little bit back. She can fly over the mountains easy enough. Next turn. Ooh, it's been a while since we were slowed on enemy attack. That's a very dangerous condition. Because I think a lot of enemies would just one-shot blue right now. So that's bad. We really need to kill these Pegasus Knights before they can fly over and kill them, because you just know they're dying too. Oh, red's also real hurt. Good, doubles. You know, Luke... Yeah, we'll just get some heals in here before they get a turn. Just in case. I mean, Sarah was coming up anyway, but... I don't know what happens if you boost someone who's been slowed. It's like casting haste on a slow. I think they just average out, but they don't cancel. Yeah, he's got both boost and slow, and I think they just put him approximately to his default rather than, you know, nullifying entirely or whatever. Alright, well, the Warlock conveniently didn't cast any, or the Necromancer, looks kind of like Warlock. Didn't actually attack, or didn't use his magic, is what I'm trying to say. A bad feeling about Jaro there. I know Kazin's a pretty high level, but I really need to kill something, I think. Just... The enemies are sort of pouring in here faster than we can kill them, so... It would be nice to stop missing. That'd be great. Oh, are we out of music? No. Maybe just out of internet. Apollo, please kill my enemies. Probably didn't need level 2, but just... The best kind of kill is overkill. And one more shot. Alright, so the major threats are dealt with. Definitely getting some good XP. So if we wanted to do some grinding, you know, these fights give us quite a lot of XP gain. You know, if you're into that kind of thing. I'm looking for a better fight than this, though, if I want to do levels. You know. Hey there. How you doing? Get wrecked. Okay, I'm glad I found a use for Luke, because in my first playthrough, he was just bad and died all the time until I benched him. but I don't think he ever learned Aura 4, or he still can't cast it or anything, but I definitely played him differently on my first run, and he sucked. This time around, I kind of like it. I kind of dig it. You know, he's not the best unit, but he's definitely not the worst. Wow, look at that. Red survived a mid 40 damage freeze. Is he strong against all elements now? I have a feeling, I wish there was a way on the screen to show it. Like magic resistance. In Shining Force 3, they added in you know, an elemental resistance symbol or whatever on this status screen. So you could actually learn what enemies and allies were strong to what elements. I feel like red must be at least fire ice resistant. And I don't know about lightning or wind, but because he's not, I don't think he's taking full damage. So, you know, he might have low HP, but if he does get like minus 20, 30, 40 something percent to spell damage generally, that does bring him a little bit, like, the big risk is like one spell just one-shots his HP, ignoring his defense. But if they can't, as long as they can't one-shot him, there's a decent chance I can heal him. And his defense to physical attacks is good. I mean, he can still take 20 damage per hit. I think a crit still might kill him, but at least one avenue of insta-death is gone if he's got some resistances. But again, how do you know if you have resistances, right? Like, you just have to sort of math it out every time you get a fight. No, kill stealer. I mean, he got some good XP out of it, so I can't blame him, but that was my XP. Jaro. Let me see if I can get the music going here, or if my internet's just dead. Nah, we're fine. Just maybe a bad link. We're actually basically done. Wow, this fight, I'm pretty happy again. I mean, wait, what? 75 defense, huh? This is pretty dangerous for Elric. But we gotta try to kill him quick. It's pretty dangerous for Celeste. Let's just use all our MP. Might kill him. Nah. He'd have to be weak to ice, I think. But I'm sure May's got it. Just rush him down, no problem. You do have some poison. Good. Enemy does something stupid. This gives me some time to cleanse some poisoning out. Slade's a little bit hurt, but I think we'll be fine. Kill Stealer. Trying to steal my kills again. Alright, so Celeste, you know, I'm enjoying Celeste more and more as time goes on. I was definitely worried about her. You know, my test campaign, I benched her really early on because she seemed terrible. But, I mean, I didn't know what rings did when I benched her. So, you know how it goes. Here you go, have some more MP. You can cast magic again. And that brings us to another level 20 spellcaster, just gaining that XP like crazy. Alright, well, we get another unit. I believe someone back in the second town, or third town that was, you know, Lemon's Town, whatever that place is called. I believe someone mentioned their boyfriend Jaro or something, or maybe I'm just crazy. Anyway, Jaro, that is a Pegasus Knight. We already have one. 7 movement, range 2 spears. Let's see, we'll just compare the current Pegasus Knight. So she's level 15, he's got 3 levels, we're already... Kind of gives you an idea. We're a little bit behind the curve. We should probably have most of our team around level 18 by now. And some of them are, but some of them kill things a lot better than others. I'm looking at you. And I just never remember to switch his accessory to attack mode. One day, maybe. But yeah, so he's a little bit higher level than our other Pegasus Knight. And we're looking at... First off, let's keep it fair and not have an accessory. So, 88 attack, 67 defense. He's got 8 more attack and 4 more defense, or whatever I said there. 3 more defense. So I think 3 levels, if it was tied, she will definitely have more defense. And she'll be... Well, I bet you she gets at least 2 attack per level, maybe some 3s. So I think there's a good chance she gets between 6 and 9 attack. If she got 9 attack, she would actually beat him. If she got plus 3s 3 times. Anything else he might have going for him? 72 HP. He might... Yeah, okay. Jero has a little bit more of the base HP threshold, which is good. But I think his attack defense are basically going to be the same as a Tamar. Hard to bring him, because he doesn't have much history, you know? And no one's actually dead, right? Yeah, good run. I'm just going to head back to town. What are we at? 38 minutes? Is that what that says? Wow, we went through those 2 fights really quick. I think we could probably do 1 more today. Okay, no one is poisoned. Alright, we'll do 1 more fight. Although, now that I think about it, I probably should have started the fight and then egressed, but it's fine. Because this is the fight where someone pushes someone out of the party. And her name is whatever her name is. Instead of Freya, it's this person. Nadra the Cleric. And this one is annoying in that it bumps somebody out. I don't know who they bumped out, but I would rather it was Kiwi. So let me get to Blue's turn. This fight is also pretty rough. So having another Cleric on this fight isn't too bad. Let's get out of here, switch the party up, and we will try that. I mean, I pretty much always do this for this fight. It's, who got benched? Slade, yeah. Slade is awesome. I will keep Nadra for now and bench the dragon, because... Yeah, I keep trying, and I would like to try again. Maybe when we hit, like, level 20-ish for the main party, I'll try to level everyone up to 20. If I can find a good map to grind on. I get everyone to, like, level 20, 25. Actually, you know, the Prism Flowers, it's a bit away, but that's a great map to get a bunch of level ups, because, you know, they just stand still. So I might use that to catch everyone back up for kind of the late game to end game kind of comparison for, you know, the tier list part 2. And we'll see if people do get stronger and catch up, or if they just stay bad. Nadra, she's got a Mage's Rod. That's different. She's got Fairy Tears. So I should take a brief moment to give her some more options. It's another Rod Wielder, and we know Rods are pretty awesome. So I could at the very least give her a Healing Rod. And I could definitely give her a Boost Rod. The Fairy Tears, I think, recover MP, but they're just not... you have to spend money on them, right? Like, they're not as good as a Fairy Rod, you know? So let's give her a Boost Rod. That gives her... Well, we'll see what a Mage Rod does, anyway. And then I should give her the thing Red was wearing, right? The defense... One of the reasons why I wanted to switch Red out for her is he had the kind of equipment that a spellcaster healer would like, which is defense plus mobility. It doesn't really matter what you have equipped, but... Like, look at her defense. Like, she starts with 80 defense. Like, I haven't really talked about her yet. We just went through all the last bunch of sound effects from Shining Force 3. Let me skip back to the beginning of the playlist. We got a little bit more time to go for today's episode. We're going a little long. And this is some good menu music. So, what has she got? She's got Aura, right? Automatically, that means she's awesome. Detox. That's our second person that can cast Detox. So, I mean, Poison is annoying, right? Boost is a good spell, especially with her ridiculously high MP. And then Atlas is like the highest damage single target spell. So, like, Clerics, Sarah and Nadra are just so strong. And the Heal Rod gives her a single target heal. The Boost Rod, like, she can cast Boost, but it gives her a 0 MP boost. And the Mage Rod does something. Doesn't even have to be a mage to equip it. So let's go find out what that does. And I think you'll find, even just at a glance, she's almost as tanky as our dragon. So, you know, it's probably just a straight upgrade. Sorry, Kiwi. Even as a dragon, you're just not good enough. Okay, so let's look at the map quick. We don't just start all together. We're split up. I don't know why. We just walk through the door and split up. It's dumb. But we have some good choke points. An acceptable choke point. A 2-path and a 1-path. But, you know, lots of enemies with super high attack power, long range attack power. This can be a tough fight, especially if you're trying to keep everybody alive. So, I see the biggest problem with this side is I don't have a great tank. So I'm just gonna have to throw Sarah a little bit forward and have her boost herself. I don't know what else I can do. No one else really has any defense over here. Her and maybe Geralt or Blue, but poisoned, of course. Now on this side, it's a little bit different. I think I don't want to put one person here, but I want to do a 2-person block so that one enemy can be hit by 2 melee at a time. Because I don't really have... I just don't have very good tanks. Look, I've been trying to find people that are good at tanking. No one is really good at tanking. Ugh, 28 damage. Oy, 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 oy. Well, Blue, you know what? If we die at the beginning of the fight, we die at the beginning of the fight. At least the aggro goes to the healer a little bit. Well, they're grouped up. I was gonna cast Boost on Blue, but that's 100 damage. You could heal, but we've got a dedicated healer already, so instead, you can... Actually, always remembering these healers have really good defense. Maybe we, This won't kill, but someone else can finish him off, I think. Oh no, confused. That's the worst. Okay, that's real bad. This is the first time... I think this is the first time we've been confused. Blue will probably bolt through everybody next turn, and then I'll have to reset. So, sorry guys, but I think that's what's going to happen. See how much... Yeah, this is a full field slate, yeah. Might be enough to kill... No, not even close. Never mind. Geralt. Not really happy with that move, but great damage. Killing the Pegasus would be ideal, thank you. We're all nicely grouped up for Blue to murder us. We could do a nice big defense boost. I mean, we could also just kill this guy. Just kill the guy, I guess. Boost would have been maybe a better option, maybe. But kill. Kill is good. Is that a silence on the arrow? I've never seen that one. No, stunned. I saw the S. This is pretty dangerous for Luke. Does he doesn't have any... Well... Blast... He's got a couple ranged options. But I do have to remember his defense is bad. I think if I move him up there to attack that, he's just dead. So, don't do that. You know, it's fine. It's not spicy and exciting, but just a little bit of healing, you know. Ooh, good choice for that wizard. Oof, ow, ow. Alright, that was some not insignificant damage. Now here's a question. Does Detox ever cure Confuse? I don't actually know, because the chances for me to ever get a turn to try it are so slim. But I will try it. It doesn't even work. Detox is so stupid. I mean, we got rid of the poison, but, like, what does it even work on? Detoxing Confuse would actually make it, like, kinda good. In the rare situation where you're confused and actually have a caster that can do something. Alright, so this guy had a turn, this guy had a turn, this guy maybe did not, so if I move Slate up, he die. We could stay back and go for Dispel, and that would be one less significant danger. It didn't work, though. Well, we're still lined up for some good freezes, assuming blue doesn't kill us all instantly, but... Get in my damage while I can. Yeah, we're gonna have to do some serious healing over here, but if we can at least kill the Necromancer. Good dodge. Knock him out of Confuse, if only. Alright, we are getting swarmed over on this side. It's time for some Aura 4. Definitely. We could kill this guy before he gets a turn, I think. So that's worth it. Well, Nadra died on the mission she joined. I think it was just bad turn order, because if Nadra or Sumina had gone, I would have had a chance to heal. And this guy had 55 agility. We technically should have gone first. We just didn't. But it's the way the randomness works. This group is kind of getting crushed. Both sides are actually kind of getting crushed here. We might... We've only had one death so far, but... Okay, I didn't want to move Luke up there last time. I don't want to do it this time either. But all the enemies have gone. There's not too many more reinforcements coming at this point, so I'm gonna try the big blast. We'll see. Let's watch this, see if it does anything interesting. That sucked. 26 damage. Bull Riders maybe resisted, or maybe just... This is why I don't like blast. It just doesn't do enough damage, you know. It was pretty good when you first learned it, but unfortunately those days are already basically gone. We gotta try to kill this stupid warp necromancer. Oh, beautiful! Celeste saving the day with a double. Geralt, we also need to kill some stuff on this side. Oh boy. Yeah, that wizard magic did not do enough damage. Come on, crit or something. That's the opposite of critting. What? 11 damage? What is wrong with you? Why are these bowmasters so tanky? Nothing's wrong with her. She's just... I'm just frustrated. I had someone die. Didn't get a chance to heal them. Enemies are being mean. Picking on me. I mean, we're getting lots of levels. We might be a bit under-leveled at this point. Although, like... That one, there's not much I could have done. I did a full heal, and then Kazan was dead between my getting turns, basically. So it is very much like just a slug-out duel with these, where you just kill them, they kill you. You kill them, they kill you, right? Like, that's why I mentioned early on in the campaign, or early on in the Let's Play, that there wasn't really much chance of... what am I trying to say? Running a deathless, like, Iron Man kind of thing, you know, with permadeath or something like that. It just... I mean, like, what? What? This is going real bad. But, like, this one just got a double and one-rounded someone, you know, like, there's not much I could do. If I had a chance, then I just double one-round them, right? Like I said, it's a knockout, drag-out. I didn't even have the option to egress because Confuse is stupid, and apparently you can't detox stupid. I don't know. We might want to just egress out of this. We've already taken some pretty brutal losses. Do we just restart, get the extra XP for refighting it, maybe? I don't know. Like, I don't think we're at, like, game over. Like, I think we could still win this fight. I'm just annoyed by how much damage we've taken. And I would like to prove that I can win this fight, maybe with a little bit better luck. Not so terribly, I guess. But I also start playing sloppy and... Well, and you lose half your party, you know, a lot of your offensive power falls out. So it's a lot harder to just sort of burn enemies down when you're... Once you start losing units, you start snowballing a little bit. Opposite snowballing, where it gets worse. Wow. I thought someone would get a turn before it got its second turn, but... yeah, I bet on turn order. Never bet on turn order. How many are we at? That's 5 deaths? Ugh. I grouped up real nice for a freeze 3 there, too. I think I'm just going to try this fight over again. We'll get this kill, you know, power up a little bit. I mean, there's not much left. There's no reason we couldn't win the fight if I didn't want to, I suppose. Like, it's definitely not a loss, but it would be a Pyrrhic victory. Pyrrhic. So I'm just getting some free XP for everybody that needs levels. And let's get out of here. All right. That was brutal. We went to Moun and we got trashed. We'll try that one more time for this episode. I do kind of recall getting a bit trashed on this fight last time around, too. So. Oh, should double check for poison, because, you know. Sorry, Nadra. That was a real rough start to your run. I think she's good. It just that was a brutal start, even with her pretty good defense. I just want to double check. We haven't actually died, but I want to finish buying my mithrils back. Because remember, I sold a lot of these early game because I ran out of money. And I just want to put them away into my inventory. And I think that was all of them. Yeah, so they keep track of all your garbage, basically. But yeah, we picked up the mithril. That should be, I think, 1 mithril left. I think. Yeah, there's one at Sheila's dojo, I think. And I think we've got all the vanilla mithril at this point. We can double check how much I've got. Starting at the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Is there 15 total or 16 total? Maybe I missed one. Anyway, I was going to show you, still no one can equip the Ragnarok, in case you were wondering. One of those weird weapons we just have sitting around that is mostly for money, but maybe someone will know how to use it. Okay, let's go try that fight again. The mobility room, the running peppers probably wouldn't have changed anything on this fight. Okay, so we're gonna try not to draw them quite as quickly. So I'm thinking of staying a little bit further back this time, seeing if that works. I mean, they move turn 1, right? Like, that happens basically no matter what. It is better this way. Just gotta make sure we kill him. Freeze level 4. Ooh, we get to the last tier of magic. We don't have Atlas 2 yet, but Freeze 4 should be good. Okay, we want to maybe lure them down. Like, I was thinking of, originally I was like, let's hold here, but maybe not. Maybe like here instead. Celeste is starting to get a decent amount of HP. So it's starting to grow. Alright, they didn't attack. This gives me a chance to do... I'm going to try to get the front row all boosted. The people that need more likely to be in melee range. May stays back. This fight... Again, if we can lure them in a bit further... That's what I want. I'm going to try... just to keep Blue alive. A little bit extra healing on him from far away. Alright. Let's... Ooh, are they just going to go after Blue if I stay back? That's not great. Maybe the left team has to draw them up a little bit. Oh, did I boost the same thing? Like, they've already moved away from the tile they last time they attacked me at. Because I don't want them all going right. That'll be a bit much. Oh, freeze 4. Oops, I didn't even check. I meant to check how much MP that was going to cost. I thought it was freeze 3, but... this time, Geralt got confused. So these Devil Soldiers suck. I didn't realize they had confuse on hit, and there seems to be no way to get rid of it. So, like, once confused, they just walk through allies and kill whoever they want. I am not a huge fan of that if there is literally no way to break it. But on the plus side, Freeze 4, which cost a lot of MP, did do 70 plus 76 damage to the enemy group. That's not bad. You just gotta kill these things, right? Poison damage. Yeah, and then the enemies that were pushing on the left kind of backed up. Weird. 89 defense. If one of them goes after you, that's okay. Let's blast them. Okay, shoot him down. 94 damage. It really is just a crazy slugfest. Whoever goes first just destroys the other side. Alright, that's... Honestly, that guy probably could have killed her again. Freeze 3 might be able to do 48 damage. Sometimes the AI, you know, just is not very smart. Alright, things are looking much better on the rematch. Just gonna try to block the devil in, and it's time for full heal, I think. We don't need it, but better safe than sorry. Alright, so we got enemy archers probably gonna come at us. Confuse is good. We could leave him like that, but let's just try to kill him. It's possible he'd attack his allies. Oh, good. Geralt just wasted a turn. Beautiful. Sheesh, 127. That's with attack. That's with defense up. Alright, we got that guy. Stay back with Elric. There's no one over here that can recover MP, so... Freeze 4 for 28 MP. Woo. Alright, I'll boost myself here with Kazan. So that if Geralt attacks... He's still confused, right? He wasted a turn, but he didn't end the confuse. Alright, first up, kill Necromancer. Not enough damage. Everyone has been healed via Aura 4. So I'm going to have Sumina try to bring low this guy with a big spell. 123 damage. So much damage. I don't want this guy to get a turn. So he doesn't get a turn. Come on, stop picking on blue! Oh, if blue dies, it's gonna be a sad day in Ankyloville. Alright, we lured another one to the left. I can't risk it. I don't know. Oh no, I can do this. 69 HP. That's sword! I didn't know the angelic sword was like a full heal. I think once you cross over 60 HP, it's just a full HP heal. It's like heal level 4. Pretty good sword, even if you don't use it to attack. Wow. That was more than I was expecting. Alright, well, that makes me feel a bit more confident, for sure. Bad dog. So, you're level 28. Yeah, but we got a lot of levels here. I'm just gonna try to weaken... anyone less than level 20. Wow, that's just Luke, Blue, and Geralt. I could finish enemies off right now, but I'm being greedy. Slade... oh, that would be a bad move, I think. That's how Slade died last time. I will let him heal, though. Put you on defensive train. Heal up May. She got another blaze up. Lou gets torched. I saved May from death for a second. It is possible the Bowmaster will still kill her, but the heal ring did, or the life ring bought her some time. Okay, level 19 blue. Poisons is not good. I don't think we could kill the archer, at least not easily. So we're just going to spend our MP healing up May again, seeing as she's the new tank. Elric doesn't need the kill. Okay, Geralt finally got over his problems. Timar just goes to smack the Bowmaster. So that's not very much damage. Now there is a reason, so it doesn't come up super often, but there is a reason to go melee range with a spear, because enemy archers can counterattack at range too sometimes. So it is possible that we put her here, she attacks at 2 range, gets shot back, takes some damage, maybe gets confused or something, and then you're mad. So it doesn't it's a pretty niche situation, but it does happen once in a while. I'm having a hard time killing these guys over here. I don't know what's going on. Just die. You didn't die. Just die. You didn't die either. What's wrong with everybody? Alright, well, Kazan's out of MP anyway. Blue, he can take a freeze 4 if he gets hit by it. It's fine. Oh, maybe not now. I forgot about the poison. No, he's fine. He can take probably 1 more. Alright, Celeste, I wasn't going to let you kill anything because of XP, but I'm having a hard time getting rid of these things. Archer, still at very high HP. We'll just do a normal raise to get him low-ish. And then someone who could definitely use the XP will not kill. Nadra doesn't really need the kill either. Although if we stay out of the range, no one can be... Oh, I was going to show you the Mage Rod. I forgot about that. Alright, yeah. Got very much distracted. But hey, Mage Rod, what does it do? Just summon some 35 damage single target lightning. It's actually pretty good. It kind of means your attack power doesn't matter. So you can just do a range 3, 30 to 40 kind of damage electric. It's like Bolt 2 or 3, but only single target. Pretty good, right? So yeah, Mage Rod. Now we're getting to damaging rods, which is pretty fun. Alright. I feel like it's just going to be Necromancer, Freeze 4, and then Archer's going to kill someone. But actually, they did not do anything like that at all, because they're dumb. If only all the AI was as dumb as these Necromancers. I really need to remember to get rid of that silence. Alright. Alright, I'm going to take a gamble here to get Blue and Luke some attack up so they can kill better. Because they're a little bit on the low end for levels. And if you're having a hard time leveling up, maybe boosting your attack will help. Kind of want to keep Slade out of range of that archer, though. But this will help. Level up. Alright, now May could get a kill. She's only level 18, or at least some experience. Elric doesn't need it in the same level, but he can do some chip damage. We got Celeste running along here. Always good to recover MP. We got Geralt over here, who might... Yeah, gets his level. I didn't pay attention to his attack up. I wanted to keep an eye, because I think we saw some +4s or 5s earlier, and his attack is kind of skyrocketing. I think he's kind of a slow starter, like in the low levels, but he does seem to gain like really good level ups for stats, so. Alright, somebody kill this. 50 damage, Luke. Okay. Yeah, we got this. So this fight was, you know, second round, right? We did much better. Y'all, I guess, oh yeah, that's, because I keep forgetting, let's get rid of that poison. Alright, and we'll keep him around Kazan or somebody for some free heals. What are we dealing with here? Nothing too scary. So a bit of a longer episode, but we're about an hour in-ish, and we pretty much got it, so pretty happy. Took 2 tries, but the first try, like, maybe a little bit of bad luck and a little bit of slightly too aggressive positioning turned into a bad state for us. I should have used the fairy ring there, but no. Blaze level 4. Yeah, got to test those out. It is kind of wild how fast anyone that gets experience without killing enemies, just how quickly they gain levels out of control and become overpowered. Because if you get free XP for not killing things, it just means it's easier to stay above the level curve, which keeps you stronger, which makes it easier for you to kill more things, which perpetuates the cycle of basically always getting the kill, getting more experience, and then also making it easier to continue killing, right? So it just kind of amazes me that, like, even without trying to take advantage of it, the fairy ring, life ring, every turn they're getting 10 or so XP or 15 or, you know, whatever amount they get, and it just keeps adding up, and then it just makes it even easier for them to kill stuff, you know, which is it's pretty good. Nice. Level 20 blue. Yeah, we could definitely get everyone to level 20 on this fight. For sure. How did he dodge that? He was asleep. Wow, we're getting some pretty big spells on Celeste. Yeah, I mean, Blaze won't... Blaze 4 is a 3-range spell. That's weird. Huh. Are they all... Maybe they all get to be range 3 at level 4. Definitely a very different design on spell balance than standard. We can do a quick heal here with Sumina. I don't think we need it, but might as well, just in case. I mean, Geralt could have killed somebody if they were low, so... Okay, kill... And, like, Tamar, like, she is starting to fall behind on levels, right? Like, this is why I need, like, a dedicated grinding episode here, or at least really focusing on catching people up. Because otherwise, you know, they're going to have a real rough time here. But, hey, that fight, I'd say pretty happy with that. So let's do a quick town explore as the episode gets a bit long. And we meet the robot Zinc. And we gotta go meet the townsfolk that were hiding. I think there's one treasure in here. It's supposed to be a ring or something normally. Forget which one it is. I could be wrong. Movement pimento. I mean, that'll do. Add that to the stash of cool items I never use. Too good to use. No, hey, a gold nugget too. I do plan on using a bunch of the, what am I trying to say? Stat boosting movement pimentos. I know I gave all the other stat buffs to blue, but the movement pimentos I will spread around people that need it. Or people that could get good value out of it at least. Alright, so we have another new character. You know, I very rarely pay much attention to all these late joining pre-promotes, but the bowler Gaian, compared to, I guess, whatever that weirdo rock guy, metal guy, So he doesn't have a weapon equipped, so his attack doesn't really count. But what is he? He's probably a few levels up too. Yeah. So he's got 8 extra levels, just in terms of comparison. So he's got 15 hit points in 8 levels. That's like 1 to 2, mostly 2 per level. That sounds pretty normal. Nothing really different there. He's got a little bit of MP for slow, which is fine. Nothing amazing. We'll compare his attack in a second. He comes with another mithril. That's not a mithril I was expecting. He's got 69 defense compared to 54. So more defense, but again, 8 levels difference. So I would expect at least 2 defense per level, probably at this point with this kind of character. And that puts him at about the same again. Again, you know, could have a couple 1s and mostly 2s. And his HP and defense will just average out to be the same. And then agility 56. Okay, again, about the same with 8 levels, if 1 or 2 per level. I think they're very, at least at a glance, they're almost identical. Runor would be 95. Okay, never mind. No, again, 8 levels. Say plus 2 to 3 per level. That's another 16 at least. That would put him at 111. Okay, Gaian might be a little bit more attack power, maybe. If you got 3 per level, then it's similar. So, like, at a glance, I don't really see where his niche is. He's still another 5 movement, relatively fragile defense. I mean, at this point in the game, his HP is getting good, but... yeah, it's hard to compare people right now. I'll have to do some grinding to see how they all match up at the same level. Because I don't know for sure what their gains will be. Very important that we get our portrait painted. You know, your run is invalid if you don't see Sexy Bowie or whatever. Gotta send that to the princess so she knows we're still on the job trying to save her. Okay. So then Zinc sort of joins, but not really. Is there a secret tunnel in this one? I think it's the other... Yeah, not in this underground town. Different underground town. So, yeah, everyone's happy. There's also this weird, not golem, but auracite? What is that? You stand in this tile. I think there's a couple places where you can stand and it shows up, if I remember correctly, or at least the golem hand. But this is the only tile where it shows up that you can pick it up, right? They're gonna make me do it the hard way. Yeah. So what is an auracite? I don't know. Let's just give it to Blue. Because, Blue probably needs auracite. So this is 15 attack, 20 defense. That's a pretty nice little bonus, you know? I'll just give it to Blue, because, hey, you know what? I've got 100 defense now. I probably won't die and give us a game over, like, has almost happened. Almost happened 6 times so far. Alright, so Zinc is out of here. Is there anything else in this town? This always was kind of like a dumb town. Yeah, we found the auracite. It supposedly burns people because you're not holy enough. Anything new in the weapon shop? Item shop? Not really. And weapon shop? Yes. And yes. Also yes. Also yes. 3 times yes. Alright, so there's some stuff to spend some money on, that's for sure. Let's install Google Chrome on Tamari. That's another 6 attack. We already have the sword. Elven Armlet's going to be different. It looks kind of similar to something we've got equipped, but it will be, I believe, a straight upgrade over that one, the power armlet. Which, wait, did I make a mistake? Has Tamari been a bit weak because I forgot to give her? I wonder when I did that. Oops. Alright, so her battle performance was reduced a little bit by Blue forgetting to re-equip her accessory. Oops-a-daisies. My idea here is that the new one, the Elven Armlet, I believe is the same kind of split attack defense item. And I believe it'll be the upgrade to the power armlet. Yeah, so plus 4 attack, plus 2 defense compared to the old one. on the other hand, we could go 20 defense, or what is this one? 20 offense. So we've got the full... I think 20 is as high as it goes until you get maybe final secrets. But 20 attack or 20 defense or a split of 12 plus 8. So they all add up to 20. It's just a matter of, do you want 20 attack, 20 defense, or, you know, about 50-50 split. Those are kind of all available now, those 3 accessories. The Vigor Armlet was the one that gave you agility, which is useless. And then the Vital Cape gave you movement and defense, which is great. And the Fairy Ring, well, you know. So, I think it's time for Sarah to drop one of her rods. I don't use the slow rod very often. It is cool when you get a good value out of it, but I think I would rather she had an ability to deal damage for free. And it is a stronger weapon. And similarly for Kazan, again, I just don't use his slow spell very often. Heal, I use pretty regularly. Boost is nice to get ready for a fight. Slow is, you have to get close enough to the enemy that you should probably just cast a spell on them. Or just try to kill them. It's kind of, like, it, you know, it... Against, like, big bosses, like maybe the final boss, and any real big boss with a ton of HP and defense, I think slow might be more valuable. But this is just a nice ranged, free magic attack. So, like, why wouldn't we do that? Punching doesn't matter unless... Yeah, we don't care about the gut punch. We've already got the sword. We don't need any of those. We've got the javelins dealt with already, I believe. We could theoretically give one to Celeste instead of the Warlock Ring. She could drop an attack, but get a safe... Like, she could have a range 2 attack, which is a bit safer, and lose a little bit of attack power. But I don't know if that's a good idea. I think that's it. So, I might do some shopping. I'm not sure what, but I want to, like, double check. I should sell that power armlet while I'm doing it. It's been a long episode. It's getting pretty late. I need to take a break here. But when I come back, next episode, I will review what we've got. Or I will have reviewed it. Because at least you want to upgrade defensive items to better defensive items. So I think... Yeah, because Master Amulet is 20 attack and a movement. Power Pin is 20 attack. The Elven Cape should be upgraded to Titan Ring. So, like, we can just do that. This actually probably won't take very long. Because there's not going to be very many that need to be changed. So that just gave us, like, 8 more defense on Luke, which is good. Helps keep him alive if he gets into combat. 85 is starting to look respectable. Celeste has got the movement. May's got attack and movement. Timari has maybe the upgrade that should come. Sumina's movement. Slade's already got the Titan Ring. Nad's got the movement. I think all that's left is literally just Slade. That's how simple that was to get everyone done. So don't overthink it. Just upgrade. If you've decided on a path, you know, you've decided to go defense or offense, you can just stick with it and buy the next upgrade, right? So we just went from... Oh, wait, here... Was it somebody else? My bad. Like I said, it's getting late. Tamar. Ah, dang it. Something about Slade just stood out to me. Well, we wasted a little bit of money buying an extra one of those. I guess I'll try Elven Armlet on at least one person. You know, I don't know if it's better... Honestly, Tamar might be better off just going with the full Titan Ring as well. But with a range of 2, you know, she's a little bit safer than the melee fighters. She's still... I mean, she needs to get some level ups. Like, she's a few levels behind the average right now. And I think if her defense... Like, if she got 3 or 4 level ups, she'd probably crack over 80 defense. And that'll be enough for me to think she can survive for a bit. But yeah, it's interesting. I do kind of... I think I've said it before, but I like the kind of play of this mod, this hack, to tweak your accessories to match how you like to play. Because you could give everyone plus 20 attack, right? Like, you know, we could have Gaian with 139 attack power. Easily. And you could double down on defense with a plus 20 defense on whoever you want, right? It would make our dragon over 100 defense. It's not that impressive, but you know, in theory, yeah, I like the concept of accessories in this hack. It's definitely one of my favorite parts, I think. Just trying to figure out what a good what the right accessory is for the right person. And the game is definitely, I feel like the damage output on the enemies is significantly increased. So defense, healing, and just burst damage, like stats make more of a difference when you just die in one hit, you know. So if you can go from dying in one hit to 2 hits, or 2 hits to 3 hits, those are pretty big benchmarks. Anyway, I think that's enough for today. I do think we'll keep Nadra for a while. Whether or not she's, like, we've got a lot of spellcasters. Maybe too many at this point, with Sarah, Nadra, Sumina, Tyron, and kind of, well, probably at this point consider spellcaster of Celeste. That's like 5 plus 2 archers is like 7. And then even Luke is like sort of a spellcaster. That just leaves like a couple people that don't use magic primarily. I feel like that's a little bit too lopsided, but maybe that's just the way to play with Slade, Geralt, and I don't know. It's hard to find people that are tanky, and the difference is not enough to warrant their lack of offense, right? So people that can cast a spell for 90 damage and still probably survive a hit are better than people who can maybe survive a hit, but not 2 either, but actually do even less damage. I'm looking at these guys, but anyway, yeah, I think that's it. Next episode will be another boss fight, I believe. So look forward to that. We should make sure everyone's alive and healthy. But yeah, I think I've decided that it's not very far away. It's only 3 fights away, I think, or something like that. Is when I'll probably do the next catch-up levels, where I get everyone to probably like level 25 or something like that. And then we'll do another ranking of who's actually worth, like, possibly I'll switch out people that are good. Like, I'm pretty happy with my party right now, but I'd like to see the rest of the group catch up in levels so I can decide if they might be worth a spot. You know, some of them it's hard to get rid of people like Slade. It was very hard. When I first played through, I kept Peter in for ages, and he just always let me down. So I gave him up a little bit quicker this time, because he's not as good as he used to be. But, yeah, we'll have a talk about that when we get to a good level for easy grinding that I don't have to work hard on. And that'll kind of set us into the end game. There's still a few units to recruit and talk about, but it is harder and harder to find room on the team, you know. The dragon was letting us down, but I'd like to catch him up with levels and see if it changes or anything. And maybe he's like, I think in Shining Force 1, Blue, you know, the French dragon, he was like a slow starter too. Like when he joined, you could promote him right away, right? And the first few levels he was not good, like barely did 1 damage, you know. But I believe like as you got into late game, his stats became, if you kept him leveled up with the team, like one of the highest defensive, offensive damage dealers in the group. But he took a lot of training to get there. You had to baby him up. So maybe the idea with red is you're copying kind of the blue archetype, the Kiwi here. The same sort of dragon archetype where he starts slow, but eventually starts getting, you know, plus 4 or 5s and stuff on attacks and defense eventually. And then by the end of the game, he's great. That would kind of match up to Shining Force 1's dragon, but we'll see. Yeah, I mean, this has been a long episode, so I definitely need to take a break. I'm going to try to keep the next couple episodes a little shorter, because this one was a little crazy. But hey, was that 3 fights today? Like, we got a lot of work done. That's pretty awesome, but yeah, too long. Bit too long. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I'll see you next time.